It collides. All these voices calling my name keep reminding me of all of this pain.
Alright, this is Scotty Dog with ESC Rocks Magazine, and we're in Changes in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, and we're talking with a damn-ass fucking badass band here. You probably heard them on Sirius XM Radio with We're on the Inside, talking with Another Lost Year. I know how you guys doing today.
Bonjour.
Well, good day, man. Hey, can you guys go around the room and kind of introduce yourself and tell us your partner, your role in the band?
I'm Clinton. I'm the general of the band.
I'm Adam. I'm the admiral of the band.
I'm David. I'm a weapons specialist. I'm Lee. I'm op force. I'm Rookie, and
Rookie.
the rookie.
Look, I feel like I'm on a naval ship here. What's really going on here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do that again. My bad. You want to try this one more time?
We'll try this one more time, then.
All right, disregard the last one. I'm Clinton. I am the general of this band. I am also the singer.
I'm Adam. I play guitar and I do some backup vocals.
Once again, I am David, weapons specialist / guitar designer. I'm Lee. I have no idea how to mop the floor, and I play drums myself. I'm Jason. I just play bass and sing myself.
We jump from one ship to the next. It doesn't matter. Anyways, look, man. Another Lost Year. You know, I'm not going to go into, like how like somebody would come across say like, how'd you guys come up with the name of Another Lost Year? I'm an alcoholic. If somebody asked me, like, hey, can you tell me about Another Lost Year? I can tell you about a lot of lost years. How did the band come to you guys? When did you guys start? And what happened?
We were formed in 2011. It started as a solo project for me. And David and I had been in a band together a couple years ago. That name we won't mention. But David, he had kind of stayed on me throughout the years. Actually, today is the 3-year anniversary of my mom's death. And when my mom died, I kind of stopped trying to do music. It's also David's birthday, so happy birthday, David.
Happy birthday, David.
I never really got to celebrate my birthday.
He gets all sad. I don't understand why
he's sad.
I'm celebrating. It's just kind of hard to celebrate sometimes because he's always sad and I'm always trying to be happy.
I don't know. We'll argue our faces off later. But no, that's kind of what it was. And as we started working on it, it wasn't really solo effort. It was more of a band effort. I met Adam while hosting an open mic. Lee actually, we were working him in to be our studio drummer. It was a short kind of synopsis of what happened with him. And we met him in April of 2011, August 2011. I'm sorry. And he was filling in drums with another band. I was filling in bass for another band, and that's how we met. Adam and I started working with him a little bit. Didn't talk to him for 3 months. We had been out on tour with our old drummer. As soon as we got home, our old drummer had quit. Hadn't talked to Lee in I don't know how long, a couple months. I kid you not, while Ryan, our old drummer's on the phone telling me he's quitting, my call waiting to go off, and it's fucking Lee, and I'm like,
oh, shit.
Hello? Let's go get lunch, dude. Let's get lunch. I'm like, what's your job situation right now? I got laid off yesterday. I was like, you got 3 days to learn material. You're going out. And he's been with us ever since. But Another Lost Year, while I was in the military, man, I was just losing. I wasn't getting to play the way that I wanted to play and stuff like that. So I kept losing years. Plus, your brain remembers things in a series of 3, so it's 3 words. And Another Lost Year starts with an A, so it's categorized first in your iTunes or media library or whatever it is. So there's some psychology that went behind it, but I mean, it's us, man. I lost it as next year. Remember it because, I mean,
It's Another Lost Year,
we live every day to its fullest, man. I'm sure the rest of the guys will attest to that. I see this thing on Facebook all the time. No one ever remembers those nights that they got a great night of sleep, but man, it's the memories that we have. You couldn't go to Total Recall about this stuff.
That's fucking awesome.
Total Recall.
Now, do you guys remember, when you guys actually, got together and stuff like that, what's your insight, as far as, how you guys,
I mean, everything really fell in place. It's really kind of bizarre. Everything, when it needed to, from, the newest member, 5 months now, just was able to step in when he had to step in. Everybody just, it worked. It wasn't really one person's doing it. This is what happened.
Yeah, there wasn't much choosing at all. It just happened really fast. Everything fell together really quick and then we got off.
And now, you guys have actually played a lot of shows with a lot of different bands. Pop Evil, Non-Point, Mushroom Head, Red Theory. What do you think? Right now you guys actually just went off on tour. You guys on a tour with several different bands, right?
We're always on tour. we're always on tour. We just push ourselves. We wanted to become a band. When we first started, doing everything, we thought the traditional way we put a market at home, and we couldn't really break in our hometown. It was frustrating. So we got on a couple of shows in Tennessee with a band called One Less Reason. We got another couple of shows in my hometown in West Virginia with Pop Evil. And all through New Jersey and everything, and we realized that was the way we were going to do it. That's the way that there's no guideline. Everybody makes it on their own. You make your own destiny with this. That's the nice thing about this. Like you said, we live one day at a time. I literally just got off the phone with my cousin in Cincinnati, and I said, hey, you mind if 5 smelly dudes come and crash on your apartment? I haven't seen Alan in probably 15 years. And he was yes! So
I didn't know. Yeah, we just all learned this together.
Although you're taking somebody new and fresh now.
Although we're totally about he'll be on stage and be like, we don't have a place to stay tonight. We're staying at your house, and it happens. It happens. We end up staying at those two people's houses, and they love us. We become extremely good friends. That's how we make some of the best friends. They just, hey, you, can I stay at your house? Cool.
You got a couch?
You got a couch, a floor? What's your living situation?
And that's probably the hardest part about touring, I think, for me personally, because we meet these people who impact our lives so much as far as because if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have a place to sleep. Most times we wouldn't have food, we wouldn't have clean clothes. These people open up their homes to us and let us, we're total strangers at this point. They're just like, I got a good feeling about you. Move all over. And, literally from coast to coast, border to border, I think that if this band were to end tomorrow and I wanted to go travel the country for months at a time, and I'm confident that I've met enough amazing people and I've prepared some great friendships with those people that we can do that. The disadvantage to it is that, we sometimes spend a lot of time with those people. Like in the Michigan market, we can stay stationary everywhere. We'll be there for a week and a half. We'll stay at one person's house. So we become a part of that person's life. We're eating breakfast with them, lunch and dinner, and we kind of they're more family to us than back home, which is bad to say. We're just we rely on those friendships and the people that we meet out on the road. That's a hard part about touring. That's the one thing.
Those good vibes kind of suck. Those are pretty harsh.
So one thing that nobody really talks about is probably the biggest, the hardest part of changing our lives. I was literally 5 months from killing myself, and I was listening to your song. Wow, I don't even know how it smacks you in the face, man. It's like, damn, if we haven't done this, it's only it's mind-blowing, man.
With all this stuff, everything that you guys have gone through, and to get to where you're at right now, and all the accolades, that you guys have accomplished so far, do you think your personal life has changed? In other words, your hometown, it's almost the same thing that you were saying. Your hometown, now everybody sees you as being like an icon.
It's really funny. At home, a lot of our friends just think we're bums. They don't see what we're doing. They're just like, oh well, you're not paying your bills. You're chasing a dream and you're not getting anything done. You're pushing a passion. They don't see what we see. They're not out here accomplishing this.
It does both ways though. There's some of them that's like, oh, you're too big of a rock star to come back around and hang out now. Every time you're home, when we're home, we try to hide most of the time because we have so many people calling us wanting to hang out because we've seen our friends back home and forever when we're there. And when we do get home, it's hard to go see everybody. We try to make everybody happy, and it's hard to make everybody happy when you got 2 days to see 75 friends,
Everybody wants to hang out at a bar. We don't want to hang out at a bar.
We work in
Invite me
bars
over to
every
your
night.
house. Invite me over to your house. Let's have a cookout.
Come over to my house while I'm playing Xbox.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Unless you're out here doing this, you just don't see it. You know, and our fans, like the fans of the shows, look at us and we give away most of our fans. So I mean, it's hard to do.
They think we're living like rock stars. They come out here on the road with us for 1 week and they will hate their lives.
We prove that time to time.
We don't know. We just wing it, man. From time to time. That's where we go.
Show up to the venue 5 hours early. What are we doing here? We're waiting.
We had a tour manager quit because we wouldn't. That's how we did. He was our tour manager.
And he quit because
He's like, I can't do this.
He was a NASCAR. NASCAR's huge in Charlotte.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's still a really good friend of ours. It sounds really bad that he quit on us, but he's a really good friend of ours still. But when you're on like a NASCAR team, you get an itinerary. You know when you're gonna eat, where you're gonna sleep, where you're gonna be, when you're gonna be home again. I don't know anything. I know that I've got a box of oranges out in the van that I can go and cure my sweet tooth with. And that's about it. Like that's all I know. Like I said, I called my cousin 10 minutes before I came in this room and asked him if he could come crash on his house.
Our schedule literally just changed an hour ago, so I hit up people in Michigan. I was like, we're coming through Michigan tomorrow. we're crashing.
Which we're excited about. Michigan's really is our home week. It really, really, really is. We made some of our best friendships up there, for sure. So.
That's cool.
This guy's fucking weird as well.
Oh, can we also say one more thing that it's Mustache March?
Yeah.
And that's why we have these ridiculous mustaches right now. So.
We're gorgeous and fit.
Yeah, like a Chinese.
That's awesome.
Like a Chinese
I'll picture
cat.
that.
Our question to everybody who doesn't have a mustache is, where the fuck is your mustache? Right?
I was gonna say mine.
You got a nice mustache, sir.
Thank you. I really
Very,
appreciate
very
that.
classy. Very classy.
Put that on your Facebook page. We'll be alright. No, like, what do you guys do? You know, like I know, like last year, 2012, you guys played, from what I remember, like 220 shows. Wow. Yeah. What do you guys do? You know, like if you have any spare time.
You didn't hear the best part about Downtown as well. With the intention of being gone for 15 days. We went home April 21st for our homecoming show. They left April 22nd to drive 15 hours back to Memphis. I stayed in North Carolina for 3 days, flew out. We were in Memphis for 2 months. Got the call while we were in the studio in Memphis that we were going out with 10 years when the album got done. So literally drove to North Carolina for 2 days of practice to learn the album that we just recorded. And then take off for 23 hours to play with 10 years.
Abilene, Texas.
And in Abilene, Texas. And at the time, we didn't. Now we have a nice band in Palm. I'm saying it's a great band. So it's a band.
It's an awesome band.
It's an awesome band. Before we had a tours run like Dave, we had at the time we had an '89. That can't be me.
I got a picture of it.
We have an '89 Dodge van that we still have, that we packed all of our equipment in, all of us in, all of our gear, like just all of our bags and everything. We stayed out for literally, like I think at one point like 70 some odd days without any trailer or anything like that. And we would have to put Dave in behind the driver's seat and then pack up bags and stack bags up in the middle. So if we would have wrecked or something, man, he'd been.
If we'd have wrecked on the way to Abilene, it's like he's talking about that. Is everybody was waking up like feeling high the whole way.
I was sleeping in the back.
Everybody kept smelling gas every time they woke up or looked around and everything. We finally got down there and everything, checked everything out. Turns out it was like a fuel line that had been cut.
Right at the
And the fan was blowing it through the AC system, so it's blowing gas fumes straight
Vaporized
through
gas,
there.
just
So
straight.
everybody was stoned the whole way there.
None of us smoked. Nobody smoked
That would be another
cigarettes.
last year.
Yeah, it would.
Nobody lit a cigarette. or
All
anything,
of
thank
our
God.
clothes, like even in our bags, all of our gear, everything, just reeked of gasoline. Just reeked, and we had these awful headaches. So
2 days straight.
2 days.
2 days straight of, man, why does it smell like gas?
Why am I dizzy all the time?
Why am I so dizzy?
You know what? Those have been the ways that I've woken up. Like that one time, I was asleep and I woke up and I'm like, does nobody smell that fucking gas? No. About 5 minutes later, what is that gas smell? I told you. Then we were coming back from Florida, and I'm laying in the floor. Like, I don't wake up and the driver's an interesting smell. Does anybody smell that? I don't smell anything. 3 minutes later, Adam's pulling over. Transmission's gone. Transmission's gone.
There ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there.
But that's why I try not to sleep too much, because if I go to sleep, I wake up bad shit happens.
And he and I both fell asleep on the way back from, we were driving through Iowa, and we were trying to beat one of the blizzard, and this was just a couple of weeks ago, and the left lane was just covered with ice, and the right lane was pretty clear.
We were driving through Iowa, and I'm asleep in the. I'm trying to go to sleep in the back, and so is Clint. And we feel this gust of wind push the van to the left, and all of a sudden we feel the whole back end of the van just break loose, trailer and all, just start doing its thing, and Lee just pulls it right back into the right lane like nothing ever happened. There was just a gasp. You heard 5 people, and then all of a sudden you were just, woo, yeah, 3 for 10, woo! Just everybody just went wild. And we had a really big show. We had radio the next day, and Clint, pull his shit over right now. Next hotel, go. We ain't dying tonight. Go. So radio ain't worth dying for.
Does anybody remember the trip to Memphis that VP was driving? I was asleep on the thing and he hit the
oh yeah, he hit the rumble strip.
Man, you ain't never seen somebody come out from up under the seat so fast. You good? You good? You good? You good? You good, what? You good up there? You good? Shit. You good? You good?
Everybody tries to sleep on those bench seats on those 15-passenger vans. Where it's at? Underneath the seat.
Oh yeah.
You sprawl out.
Hell yeah.
Sprawl out. It took me the hard way figuring that out.
It's a little hot down there sometimes.
Sometimes.
It gets a little warm.
Man, you learn all kinds of tricks when you sleep in a van.
Oh yeah.
Another question I have actually for you guys is
I hope it's a cooking question.
alright, probably. How do you think phone is over?
Everybody,
I don't even know.
in the second.
It happens.
Shit.
We saw Sirius Awesome, War on the Inside. When it was first played, that was the first time I heard you guys. It was on Sirius, it was on Octane. Where were you guys at when you actually first heard your song played on, Sirius XM radio?
I think everybody knows the answer.
The first time that we heard it, everybody else was asleep. Me and Adam were awake. We were driving through
Chicago.
No, that was Will Rock. We were in New Mexico, and this was before I had unlimited data at the time, so we were always listening to Sirius. Got me on that 10 gig plan, those bastards. I hate Verizon.
I used to work for I feel you. I got you.
But yeah, Adam and I were awake. It was, I don't know, it was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Early.
And I forget who it was, but they were talking about it. They're like, yeah, there's this new band, blah blah blah, from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was like, shit, man, there's a band. Holy shit, that's us, man. They're talking about us.
Everybody's asleep in the back, and we're all going, just like high-fiving each other and everything.
We were, and that was cool, because Sirius you hear everywhere, but I think the first time that we heard it on
It's okay, it's not so good.
on a major market radio station, we were in Chicago, and we were driving through, and we were just listening to Will Rock in Chicago, which is rated number 2 in the country.
Right.
And they gave us a little segue and went right into War, and we just all kind of looked at each other like,
Did that
"Are you
happen?
fucking kidding me? We're on Will Rock right now?" Like it was.
That was one of those surreal nights because we just dropped Diana off and we were driving out of Chicago and it was in the background and everything. So that was one of those surreal moments that are just we're in the right place. Right. We're in the right place right now.
Funny thing about the New Mexico story though is when I woke up, they're both just going absolutely fucking crazy, and I had no idea why, because it was the very end of the song, and Clinton's pointing at the radio, and I hear it playing, but like he's pointing at the radio like that's going to make me realize even more what's going on. I remember that though.
You remember hitting me 50 times when we were driving past the venue?
I was on the phone and we just passed the venue a while ago, and I was like, hey. And he just kept getting it. He's like, what? I was like, he's like, you just told me I'm on the phone. I'm like, why didn't you say something? I was like, I hit you 75 times, as hard as I could.
I didn't know what that meant.
It's a really cool feeling though when you get to hear yourself. What's even cooler is when you got all your friends calling you up because they're hearing that on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I heard Wall of the Insider. Now it's writing. I hear writing on the wall of the radio. I'm like, man, that's something else.
They'll take pictures of the radio stations or whatever or on Sirius. Yeah, and people in Arizona are taking pictures of the Sirius where it says our name and the name of the song and everything, and posting it on the internet and tagging us and texting us to us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this is actually happening for you guys. And we're in the same boat. Well, it's every morning I wake up, I gotta kind of pinch myself a little bit right there and make sure everything's all right. So making sure it's real.
Right. Last question that I always ask, because the magazine that we incorporate is, we try to incorporate local bands into like national magazines, into a national magazine where,
National platform.
Yeah, exactly. You got me right there, What advice would you give, from what you've experienced, to become, at this point?
I am actually going to let Rookie take this question because he was not listening. So I'm gonna follow up with the correct answer, but we're going to see what comes out of his mouth right now.
How would you want to do that? All right. Another question.
I'm not allowed to talk.
I don't know why you would direct the question towards my way.
Okay. That's actually the right answer for you.
Where did babies come from? Huh? Where did babies come from? That's
what happens when a daddy keeps them on his foot. Jameson. It comes from Jameson, Trail Roy.
Actually, no, they all come from Omaha. What would you say as far as local bands are actually trying to get to the point where you guys are at, like being on the radio, being out there? What would you say to local bands that are up and coming and trying, struggling and think it's hey, it's a joyride, once they get signed?
No. I mean, pretty much the little time I've been out with these guys, the biggest thing I pretty much come to realize is that the best thing you can do is just every night go up there and have fun and give it everything you've got, whether there's 2 people or 2,000 people. You just got to give it everything you got, and you've actually got to leave. You can't just be in your comfort zone and stay at your house and play a few local shows and just Spotify your name around your state. You've got to get out of there and make a name like we are. You just got to go, and it's going to suck, but it's also going to rock. After it sucks, and there's going to do a little bit of both, so got to give it your all.
Fucking awesome, man. I appreciate talking to you guys.
I have no rebuttal for that. That's a good one. I was going to say that. I'm glad you finally learned that. I honestly have no rebuttal for that.
Know that you don't care of sending out this song. It's my hope and prayer.